I sat across from a couple last year, Jim and Carol, both 62 years old. They'd done everything right, paid down the house, built the 401k, and they were ready to retire. The only question left was Social Security. Jim pulled out his retirement statement and said, "We're going to file next year when we both turn 63. We've been paying in for 40 years. We want to start getting it back." And I had to tell him something nobody had ever told him before. That decision, filing at 63 instead of waiting, would cost our household over $150,000 in lifetime income. Not because of anything they did wrong, because nobody ever showed them the math. Social Security is the most permanent financial decision most people will ever make. You file once. The benefit you lock in on day one adjusts only for inflation is the benefit you receive for the rest of your life. And for a married couple, it's the benefit that protects the surviving spouse after one of them is gone. Most people decide when to file based on their gut feeling, what their neighbor did. Neither of those is a strategy. Both leave money on the table, and unlike almost every other retirement decision, this one cannot be undone. Quick note, if you want to run your specific Social Security numbers before you file, I offer a free retirement readiness review. 30 minutes, your actual numbers, no products, no pitch. The link is in the description. Now, let's get into actually how this works. For retirement age of 2026 is 67 years old for anyone born 1960 or later. That's when you receive 100% of your primary insurance amount, or your PIA. If you claim before you're 67 and your benefit is permanently reduced, claim at 62 and you'll get 30% less every month for life. If your full benefit would have been $2,500 a month, filing at 62 would give you $1,750. If you delay past 67 up to 70, your benefit increases to 8% per year. Wait until 70 and you get 24% more than your full retirement benefit. That same $2,500 becomes $3,100 a month permanently. Credit stop at 70. There's no benefit to waiting past 70. Claim at 62, $1,750 a month. Wait till 70, $3,100 a month. Same person, same earnings. The only variable is when you file. If you're single, the Social Security decision comes down to one question: how long do you expect to live? Here's the math. Claim at 62 instead of 70, and you collect a smaller check for 8 more years. At the break-even age, which is roughly 80 to 81, the person who waited catches up and permanently pulls ahead. If you live past 80, waiting to 70 almost always wins. Average life expectancy for a 65-year-old is 84 for men, 87 for women. The average person should be waiting longer than they think. The one legitimate case for filing early as a single filer is a serious health condition that meaningfully shortens life expectancy below 80. If that doesn't apply to you, the math favors waiting. Also, if you claim before full retirement age while still working, the Social Security Administration withholds $1 in benefit for every $2 you earn above $24,480 in 2026. Those benefits come back at full retirement age, but the cash flow disruption catches most people off guard. Here's what no one is telling you about Social Security for married couples: the decision isn't really about your benefit, it's about your spouse's benefit after you're gone. When one spouse dies, the surviving spouse keeps the larger of the two Social Security checks. The smaller one disappears. So the question isn't just when should I claim? It's what am I locking in for my spouse's entire widowhood? If the higher earner delays to 70, the survivor benefit is $3,100 instead of $1,750. That $1,350 difference could protect your spouse for 20 to 25 years after you're gone. That's what nobody calculates when they decide to just file at 62. Here's two things to understand about Social Security. One, the spousal benefit. The lower earner can claim up to 50% of the higher earner's PIA while they're both alive. This does not increase if the higher earner delays past full retirement age. The max is always 50% of the PIA. Then there's the survivor benefit. When one spouse dies, the survivor gets the higher earner's actual benefit, including the delayed credits. This one does grow with the delay. So a common strategy is for the lower earner to file early to bring in income and the higher earner to delay till 70 to maximize the surviving benefit. It brings cash flow in now and it maximizes long-term protection simultaneously. Here's 4 mistakes that I see people make with Social Security, and most are made before people even realize there's a decision to be made. Mistake number 1, treating the filing age as a formality, picking an age just because it feels right. This is a permanent 6-figure financial decision. Mistake number 2, the higher earner filing early to let the lower earner delay. The survivor gets the higher earner's check, not the lower earners. Getting this backwards can cost $100,000 or more in survivor income. And mistake number 3, claiming to age 62 while still working. $24,480 earnings limit in 2026. The Social Security Administration will withhold benefits. Most people find out later. And mistake number 4, both spouses filing at the same time. Stagger always. Lower earner first, higher earner delays to 70. Here's an unpopular opinion. Getting your money back early is one of the most expensive retirement decisions that most people make. Here's exactly what I showed Jim and Carol. Jim's full retirement age benefit is $2,400 a month. Carol's is $1,200. Without a strategy, filing at 63, Jim gets $2,000 and Carol gets $1,000 combined. That's $3,000 a month. If Jim passes first, Carol's survivor benefit is $2,000 a month for life. With the household strategy that we just talked about, Carol files at 65, Jim delays to 70, and gets almost $3,000 a month. Combined, it's $4,176 a month, or $1,100 more every month than the previous strategy. If Jim passes first, Carol's survivor benefit is $2,976 a month, almost $1,000 a month more for potentially 20 plus years. Over a 25-year retirement, the difference in lifetime household income is over $150,000. That's the conversation Jim and Carol never had before they walked into my office. So here's 3 takeaways. Number 1, Social Security is a permanent 6-figure decision. The age you file locks in your benefit for life and your spouse's survivor benefit after you're gone. Number 2, the most married couples, the higher earner delaying is the most important lever. Not for your benefit, but for your spouse's income if they outlive you by 10 or 20 years. And number 3, the math almost always favors waiting longer than feels comfortable. Break-even's around 80, and the average life expectancy is past 84. Most people are leaving money on the table. Everyone taught you how to save for retirement, but nobody taught you how to optimize the income you already have coming. That's what I'm here to fix. If you want a free retirement readiness review, the link is in the description. Use it.